Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. And today we have my top 5 favorite theme teams to build right now in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. And keep in mind, these are not necessarily the best theme teams. Are they still good theme teams? Yes, but they're not the best of the best. For example, the Patriots theme team, one of the best in the game right now, they're not on this list today. So for today's video, there was 3 things I was looking for in a theme team. The first one, and probably the most important, is do they get fun upgrades throughout the year? And yes, all these teams do get that. The next one is, do they have longevity? You're investing a lot of coins and golds and elites, even for backups. You don't want to just switch your theme team every single week. So do they have longevity? Will they get upgrades? All these teams, you know, it's kind of an educated guess, but based off previous Maddens and legends that we get every year, you can kind of guess what theme teams are going to be good every single year just based off the legends that we get, because, you know, they kind of recycle, if we're being honest. And finally, can you run this theme team 25 out of 50? Right now, full theme teams aren't really realistic. So can you run this team and add this team to your team, whether you have a God Squad or a different 25 to your team, 25 out of 50? And yes, all of those teams can do that today. Okay, before we get into the video, we have our shout out of the day. Shout out to my man Foxy for commenting the emoji on last video. And of course, if you want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, let's comment the smiley face emoji for a chance to be shouted out in the next one. Okay, the first team we have today is the Atlanta Falcons theme team. A normally overlooked theme team in MUT, but I think this year, of all years, they're going to be super fun and super special. Mainly because of these 2 positions right here. I mean, they're already pretty good. You already have Drake Glenn, you already have Devin Hester. We'll talk about the defense in a second. The O-line's even solid with Chris Lindstrom. They got a solid offensive line to get started here in Madden Ultimate Team. But I think it's these 2 positions. And obviously you could get like a Roddy White upgrade. Maybe we kind of get snuck in like a little Julio upgrade. Andre Rison's been getting cards recently in MUT. So, you know, you could definitely get a Rison upgrade at receiver. Yeah, man, it's the quarterback and the running back. So first of all, Bijan Robinson, he will get upgrades this year. I guarantee you that. Even if the man has a bad season, Bijan's still getting upgrades throughout the year, and he'll be a fun card to use for sure. So Bijan checks off that fun box, and also I would say a guaranteed upgrade box for sure. So those 2 things right there I like. But at quarterback, you got Mike Vick, man. You have Michael Vick at quarterback, which, you know, even if, you know, obviously Desmond Ridder, and I think they have Taylor Heineke there as well. Maybe Heineke could get a UK card next week, who knows? But yeah, it's Mike Vick there for the quarterback. And also, crazy benefit. Sometimes quarterbacks, they don't get much of a benefit from being on a theme team. But a guy like Lamar Jackson, a guy like Mike Vick, a guy who has wheels, even like Boomer Esiason 2 years ago. Or was that last year? I don't remember. That may have been 2 years ago, actually. That was 2 years ago. Like, he benefits crazy from getting that speed. So, yeah, Mike Vick, crazy on a theme team. So I got to talk about Mike Vick for quarterback. And also at running back, I got to mention Eric Dickerson, okay? Eric Dickerson is going to get an upgrade this year. He's going to be fun to use. He's going to be really good. His cards always are. So Eric Dickerson, Mike Vick on the Falcons theme team. You already have good receivers. Potentially, there's like 3 other names that could get good upgrades here. And then also, over here, I mean, even Calvin Ridley could get a UK for the Jaguars as well. He's on a different team now. He might get an upgrade next week. That would be really good. But even at tight end, hear me out here. Kyle Pitts, fun card to use. His cards are always super good. But also, Tony Gonzalez, with a good offensive line already. And then on the defense, man, you also have some dogs here as well. You already have Dion. You already have AJ Terrell. You have Mike Hughes. You have 3 good corners off rip right there. Jesse Bates will most likely get a UK for the Falcons. I think he's pretty much a lock for that. But I guess edge rush, even edge rush is pretty good, man. You have Grady Jarrett, Dante Fowler, fully signed Louis Kuhn. I feel like the defense is a little bit weaker. But again, you can run this team with ease right now, 25 out of 25. For example, hold on, I'm gonna show you this right now. This is kind of I'm not really ready to do this. Actually, no, it's literally right here. Okay, so shout out to Dale from my chat. You know, shout out to Dale from the streams. But look at his team right here. He has a 25 Seattle, 25 Falcons team right now. And this team is literally deadly. Like, bro, see how good you can add a 25 to them. And like the Falcons offense, obviously a lot of their upgrades, they haven't even really, you know, got their upgrades yet, but you just see how good they can be added on a 25 on the back end of a team right now. Like, it's actually pretty insane how good those corners are and how good those receivers are right now. So they're good now, and I would guarantee you they're going to be good throughout the year and a super fun theme team to use. So the first theme team today is the Atlanta Falcons. And next up was the other theme team that was in that picture just before, and that is the Seattle theme team. I know people are going to be like, all right, well, obviously. But I think Seattle's going to have crazy longevity this year. There's still so many cards that haven't even got upgrades for them yet. For example, just to name one, Marshawn Lynch, DK Metcalf will get an upgrade this year. They already have Devin Hester. They already have Jerry Rice. So their receivers are pretty much like, those are usually like the two like wild card names they get. But like a nice little DK upgrade on the back end there would be really nice at receiver. JSN could get an upgrade as well. He's, new, I guess, so you can get a little JSN upgrade. They already have Warren Moon. You already have Franco Harris, but even like a Kenneth Walker upgrade, I've been hearing things about this man's build, how it's crazy. So yeah, I think offensively, they're already really good. This is like a rare theme team on here that's already super good. And I don't think they're gonna slow down either. And like even the offensive line, only place you're cheating is right tackle, and I guess tight end as well. But man, this team's crazy, bro. This team is literally crazy. And then we head down here on defense. You have Tariq Woolen, Richard Sherman, Joey Blunt, Cam Chancellor. Jamal Adams will get upgrades this year. He always does. You already have a Bobby Wagner upgrade if you want to, however you want to utilize him. Good edge rushers, guys. I'm not going to spend too much time on Seattle because they're one of those teams that's already really good. And I guess like a little bit of luck, they could get some pretty niche players throughout the year. But I will definitely say that it feels like EA is taking advantage of all those kids that became LOB fans back in 2013. I feel like that's definitely what they're doing because now those kids have credit cards. You know what I mean? So it feels intentional. It feels intentional from EA. Okay. Yeah. And when EA controls all, EA controls content. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to build a Seattle Seahawks theme team. So next up, we have my theme team, the Jets theme team, and I'm sure all of you saw this one coming. Of course, Ferdy would put the Jets theme team on his favorite theme teams to build list. But yeah, the Jets theme team right now is the worst on this list. I'll come out right now and say that 25 out of 25 or 25 out of 50. They're probably the worst to build on here right now, but I think their potential is some of the best in the game. Not only because, normally somehow the Jets theme team is always really good, even though they have bad seasons and there isn't much hype around their team. This year, they should have a good year, okay? And there's a lot of hype around their team, and EA likes to make money off of hype. Guys like, Dalvin Cook, even Breece Hall could get an upgrade. Aaron Rodgers, I will guarantee you gets a UK upgrade next week. So, the things like that, I can guarantee. You have Plesko Burris, you have Brandon Marshall, you have Chris Johnson, you have LaDainian Tomlinson, and of course, Mike Vick also did play for the Jets as well. So crazy potential. Brett Favre's not coming back anytime soon, but if somehow he did, Jets theme team. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers and Mike Vick, two great quarterbacks, whether you like playing from the pocket or like being mobile. I think Rodgers upgrade, we know when we're going to get that. That'll be next week. But Vick, who knows when we're going to get a Mike Vick weekend. But running backs, Chris Johnson, LaDainian Tomlinson, crazy wide receivers. Tight ends, admittedly, is a crazy hole for the Jets. They never really get a good tight end. But even O-line, we had Nick Mangold last year. You already have Kevin Mawe. But O-line, I guess there could be some holes there. But as far as skill position guys, and even on defense, you have Revis, you have Ty Law, Antonio Cromartie, Sauce Gardner upgrades, Ronnie Lott, Ed Reed, Steve Atwater, just to name a couple there. Even probably Klecko. We know Klecko's in the game this year. Who are my good edge rushers normally? Maybe like a John Abraham, maybe like a Jason Taylor. They already have Big Cat Williams. They already have Quentin Williams. You already have some good names here that are going to get upgrades throughout the year. So the Jets theme team, I think they're going to have one of their best years this year. I really, really do. Mainly because they're actually good this year and they could do some things. They could be part of the Team of the Week promo, maybe even Team of the Year. Things like that are possible this year for the Jets theme team, which really they miss out on those kind of promos. Maybe I'm not going to say. Let's move on to the next team. Okay, next up we have the Raiders theme team. So the Raiders have crazy potential. They're also really, not really good, but they're actually, I take back what I said about the Jets theme team. The Jets theme team, I think, is better than this right now, but they need their corners. They need their Rod Woodson. They need their Charles Woodson. Those are two names that will be in the game this year. They've been in the game the last couple years. So Charles Woodson, Rod Woodson, Warren Sapp. You have two good edge guys with Khalil Mack and Max Crosby. Safety's also going to need some help, but you guys like Ronnie Lott. And I guess like an honorable mention to this team would be the Niners. The Niners are actually a little bit better right now because they do have Deion Sanders and Richard Sherman. But to me, the Raiders just have better potential because I like their corners a lot. And also at running back, they do get Bo Jackson. And he's been in the game the last couple of years as well. And if you can boost Bo Jackson's speed, you're winning, okay? You're winning games. Also, Devontae Adams upgrades, Jerry Rice upgrades, and of course, Randy Moss upgrades. And tight end, you have Darren Waller, who's obviously a monster, and he probably will get a UK next week as well, just like Rodgers, with him being new to the Giants. Offensive line, they're always just crazy. So yeah, I guess this one's kind of like Raiders/Niners. The Niners are also really good, and they kind of get the same upgrades. I mean, they already have Sherman and Dion, but they also still get Randy Moss and, you know, guys like that. Even Steve Young, they get Steve Young and Joe Montana. Whereas the Raiders, they really either get like Rich Gannon or like I guess Dante Culpepper. Those would be like their two names. Even maybe Jimmy Garoppolo might get like a low overall UK with him being their new quarterback. Who knows what that promo will even look like, to be honest. And also, you of course have Campus Heroes coming out on Thursday, so that this could change some things a little bit, but not really. Again, these are pretty safe teams to build. Pretty safe. So I'm gonna put the Raiders on here. They were really good in Madden 22. People used to be like, "Oh, your Raiders team," but they're really good, and they always will be good. And it's the same as the Niners. Again, Raiders, Niners, kind of flip a coin. To me, I like the Raiders a little bit more because of Bo Jackson, but yeah. They definitely make this list today. And finally, this one is kind of a sleeper team, okay? A sleeper team, but you gotta hear me out here. And I take back what I said about the Jets theme team because they're definitely not the worst on here. But the Washington Commanders theme team, I've built this team in the past and they are so much fun. I don't know why I have so much fun running a Commanders theme team, but I just do. I don't know what it is. And their quarterback play isn't even anything crazy. You know, it just isn't. I guess they also get Rich Gannon. Maybe even RG3. RG3's been in the game the last couple of years. RG3 is a pretty safe bet right there. Kirk upgrades, maybe, who knows. O-line is solid. You have Trent Williams, you have Nick Gates, Morgan Moses. Tight ends, Vernon Davis there. Terry McLaurin upgrades are kind of banking on there. Receiver, are they pretty bad at? I guess like you need these guys are not guaranteed names like Santana Moss, Pierre Garçon. Did Andre Rison play for Washington? I feel like he low-key did. But yeah, it's their defense is what I really like. So they do get, obviously, primetime. They get Champ Bailey. And they already have a Cameron Crowe card this year, but there's one man they always get, and only the Washington Commanders team can get. And that's, of course, Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor always comes out. Whenever he does come out, he's the best safety in the game, and being able to add speed to him is a major W. Obviously, there's a little bit of luck involved with the Commanders theme team, and they're not the safest team to build right now. They're not that safe. I'm going to say that right now. They're not that safe because they could get shafted, especially with their team not being the greatest this year. They definitely could, but they already have good pass rush. They already have good names. They already have Dion. They already have Cameron Curl. All you need is to get a little bit lucky on offense. That's what they need. And they need to get a little bit lucky, but I don't know what it is about this team. I can't exactly describe it, but if you're looking for a new theme team that you may have never built in MUT, because I know the Raiders, everyone kind of has them. Seattle, you've seen them. But Commanders, bro, they're fun. Dude, Champ Bailey, Deion Sanders, and I'm trying to think back to who else I had on my Madden 22, my Madden 21 Commanders theme team where I had so much fun. But bro, I like their upgrades. I just like their upgrades. They're kind of like sleeper upgrades. I don't know. I can't describe why I like this team so much, but the Commanders, I had to put them on this list. Another like honorable mention, I guess, would be the Lions team as well. They get 2 exclusive names, which I like. You know, exclusivity on a theme team's good too. Like Barry Sanders. I mean, they're decent now. I actually have this team on my Jets team right now, and they have holes for sure. I'm gonna say that they have holes, but yeah, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, 2 great names that will get upgrades this year. On defense, there are definitely question marks, but this is kind of like an honorable mention to the list today. But yeah, Commanders I had to put on here, and like, you know, if you're looking for like a new team to build, I guess I just try the Commanders, bro. Like, they're definitely the worst on here, and you might need to get a little bit lucky. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section, what is your favorite theme team to run year in and year out? What theme team do you have right now? And also, who is snubbed from today's list? Let me know down in the comment section. And as always, I'll see you boys in the next one.